Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to our channel Patio Heat, where we provide a visual concept of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. We appreciate if you hit that like button as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. All right, this application here, it's residential, and you can see this is a additional add-on here to this residence. And here I can see a couple of just some notes that I notice here. A couple of fans, AC units back here. We have a bay window, a couple of sliding doors that slide to the left and right, so nothing swings out there. I'm being told that there are going to be a couple of fans in the middle of this space here, and then basically just 3 pilasters or posts here. And you'll notice there's a different construction over here than there is here. This is a sloped rooftop, and then this is a flat ceiling with probably a deck or balcony area here. All right, so let's get right into this. And you'll also notice that this is flat as well. These fans on the outside fans are 9 feet centered into the middle of the room. So that'd be 9 foot centered from here to here, and then 9 foot from here to here. And then this fan here is just centrally located within the whole space. Let's go ahead and look at the dimensions here real quick. So my construction up here, I just, and this isn't critical here, but I have 39.3 and 5/16, and the house itself at 40 feet and 8 inches. And then the height of the ceiling here I have at 9'6", and then the depth here I have at 13. Well, let's just call it 14, but 13/16. And I think that's about it. Now there is going to be this bar stool area here. But I don't think we're going to be concentrating on the heating of that. If so, we'd have to come up with some other type of mount, because putting the heater here would not only look different, it would also not heat up the space very well, so it wouldn't really benefit the application much. So we're going to leave that open. You could put like a post heater in the middle here or something of that nature, bring it up through the countertop, but we'll talk about that if the customer is interested in that. And I also have 5 foot diameter on these fans. The ring that you see here in black is what the 5 foot diameter actually is, and then this just represents a very close similarity to that 5 foot diameter. So let me go ahead and turn off the dimensions there. Alright, so they were looking for 2 different methods of heating, one being flush mount, one being surface mount. So we'll look at the surface mount first, and we'll talk about the construction here in a minute, I guess. So surface mount would be, let's see here, I have several different models here, so bear with me if I stutter on my clicking here. In any case, these are CD6024 6,000 watt 240 volt heaters, and I have a total of, I believe, 5 of them, or 4 of them rather, sorry. And I basically just have them so that the clearances are met around the fan. So let's just look at that real quick here. So clearance, I have it at this edge of the heater at 18 inches away from the fan blade itself. That actual black ring that I made is my true dimension. So, and then this side here, this edge is again 18 inches away from this edge. And I think that's really about it. I don't see a purpose of putting an additional unit right here, but I will show you the different concept that I might suggest. There is a TV set that they want to hang from the ceiling here, and I'm assuming this is going to be a seating position, maybe a eating position, and I'm not quite sure about this area here. In any case, I don't see why we should put 2 heaters right here so close together here just to get this area here well heated, and I'll show you why, like I said, in a minute. Same thing goes here. I got this edge here, 18 inches from the 15 or the 5-foot diameter, 18 inches from this edge to the 5-foot diameter. So my reason I'm saying that is the overall distance isn't crucial. I know that it might be off a few inches or something of that nature, but the only thing that we really need to know is the fact that these heaters are centrally located within the span. So this being measuring from this wall to the inside edge of this post, that's where I got my center point, and that's where I mounted the center of the heater. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. And let me just turn this one off here. All right, sorry about that. Footprint of heat, you can see that I'm getting a okay coverage here. I'm kind of missing the center space here, so if you were sitting in this chair, you'd want to move over to the left and this one over to the right. And obviously I'm not hitting the centrally located seating if it's going to be in fact something of this nature. And as well over here, I'm not quite sure what this usage is going to be, but that would be the only type of the best overall coverage I can come up with this layout here. So now what I am going to recommend, and this is going to be true in the next stage as well, is I would recommend that you took these elements here and physically just move them so that they are approximately 18 inches away from this fan blade here. Whoops, let's see if I can do that properly. And in doing that, you can see that now my coverage, you still have the 3 fans, but my coverage is much better with regards to this overall space. And if I did the same thing over here, I'll move all 3 of these elements here, and let me just get in here real quick. So I'll move them right up to, well, it'll actually be to the 5-foot diameter. I don't have that shown here right this second, so this is probably a little bit too close, but 18 inches from that 5-foot diameter is where I'm looking at, and that's the clearance there. So you can see now I have a fairly decent coverage around these fans. And again, this is with the surface mount, so I'll show you that with a flush mount as well in just a few minutes. But you can see here now I'm just getting this nice coverage throughout the, uniform coverage throughout this central space here. So 4 units, 6,000 watts at 240 volts each, 25 amps, and that ought to give you a fairly decent coverage throughout this space. Again, you can do what I had originally shown, and you can see that we're just missing this area here. So it depends on what they want to do with regards to the fan location. The fan location is the item that will hinder my location of the heater. So all right, so that is one aspect, and the second one, let me just turn that off. Second one will be placing the units inside or flush mount. So I'm going to show you this. First of all, I'm not sure exactly where each one of these rafters are going to be, and there's some joists over here. So that is going to be critical. Also, the fact that these joists here have to be a minimum of 8 inches in order for a flush mount kit to fit there, as well as the distance between these. I have them at, I believe, 16-inch clearance from edge to edge, or 18-inch center to center, and that's true with the rafters as well. So there is a minimum clearance that you have to meet. I believe it is like 12 and a half, I think, as far as the opening here. It might be 13. You'll have to double check on the dimensions here. In any case, let's go ahead and look at what a flush mount kit is. So first of all, there's going to be a 1-hour fire rated drywall finish inside the opening, and you would want to, if you can, move these heaters left and right. And again, this clearance is based off of the edge of the heater. So let me put this heater in here first. So the clearance is based off of the edge of the heater. So here's the edge of the heater, and that is the 18-inch clearance to this fan blade, not to the flush or the 1 hour fire rated drywall or the flush mount kit itself. It's to the heater itself. So bear that in mind. Let me just turn this off here for a second. All right, so you have the 1 hour fire rated, and you would build a box around this whole space here so that you can support the drywall finish. This is 5/8 drywall, and you may have to move one of the rafters, for instance, and double up around the box so that you can still have your structural integrity. And I'm not a structural engineer, so that is just a idea, not a actual suggestion. Talk to your structural engineer in reference to something like that. In any case, so you want to come up with the location, put the 1 hour fire rated box in, with a box around the drywall here, and then the flush mount frame would go in last, and that flush mount frame would physically mount to, depending on how you wish to finish off. You can finish off the hole up here. Let's see here if I have that here. So you could finish it off to where the flush mount frame is completely exposed, or in this case here I have the drywall not quite to this opening here, but I could actually move this drywall to the approximately 1/2 inch away from these openings right here. So that would give you about, right there is about half inch opening. So that'll give you a nice finish edge on that flush mount frame. The other thing you can do is you could take the flush mount frame and you can mount it to the surface of the stucco or whatever it is that you might be placing there, and so you would actually physically see the flush mount frame within the space, unlike something like this where you have a nicer finish like that with the stucco around it. If it's wood, you can use wood around it, and just like I said, within 1/2 inch of these openings. The thing about combustible surface is you have to move the heater physically down so that it's the bottom of the heater is the same elevation as the bottom of the combustible surface, like if it's wood or something of that nature. So there are little hangers that allow the heater to move up and down slightly, and that will help you eliminate that, or achieve that, I should say. All right, so I'm going to switch this back, and let's go here. Now let's go ahead and look at this ray again. Now, because these heaters are a little bit higher, you'll see a little bit better of a crossover ray between the units, and other than that, it's very similar to the last application that we had spoke of. And again, I would love to see the heaters a little bit closer. Now I'm going to go ahead and move this, but I'm not going to be able to move the opening because it would just take too much time, and I don't think you want to watch that too long. But I'm going to just go ahead and move the heaters so that you can see what that coverage might be if it was within that 18 inches. You're going to have it something like that, and this is just an estimation here, but again, I just want to show that moving it closer in, you get a nicer overlapping in the center and a nicer coverage throughout the whole entire space. So, all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and would like us to review your plans, send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve Walton. Hit that like button. It really helps us out. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.